The S23 Ultra and the S23 line are official, and now we just have to wait until the orders are shipped. I wasn't fortunate enough to go to Samsung Galaxy Unpacked. However, I was fortunate to get an early package from UAG showcasing some of their new cases for the S23 Ultra specifically. The S22 Ultra right here, we're going to compare and contrast a couple of these cases, find out what's new in the box, and also see, are these worth your time, are they worth the investment? But really excited to see as to what has changed in this assortment, so let's dive into this box. So we're gonna pop this guy open and ooh baby, all kinds of goodies. We're gonna go ahead and take a look. We've got some paperwork here. I'm gonna go ahead and separate these out and come right back to you, and we're gonna dive in and take a look. Now, the big improvement here is, if you notice on the UAG cases, which I have laying out here, this is essentially their full line, and I have here the Monarch Pro, which I'm gonna look at, and if you could tell right here on the front, it says built-in magnet compatible with magnet accessories. Now it doesn't overtly say MagSafe, and I'm sure that has to do with trademark and patent and all that kind of stuff. But again, this is the S22 Ultra. I don't have the S23 with me, but if you look at the case here, it is super clean. The Monarch is typically known for having this Kevlar material here in the back, more of decorative than anything. Reinforced edges. You're going to have a honeycomb design on the inside, and this one is drop rated to 25 feet. So this is going to be the biggest that you can actually get out of the entire assortment. I did a drop test for my iPhone using the Monarch case, and it dropped it all the way from over 40 something feet with my drone, and it did bend the screen, but nothing shattered, nothing broke. It was absolutely impressive. So looking at these cases, my biggest thing I'm excited for is obviously the fit is different. If you can see here, you're gonna have this really nice polycarbonate material with the honeycomb inside. You're gonna have the cutouts for the camera, which are significantly bigger than last year. You're also gonna have the MagSafe adapter already built into it. Boom, there you go. So now this already has MagSafe built into it, which I think is a big W, just because I love to use MagSafe accessories, like I said. So the Monarch Pro, definitely the biggest and bulkiest out of the bunch. Now let's see if you can use this case on the S22 Ultra. So I'm gonna pop this guy in here. And looking at the cameras, I mean, you can see the difference here of how they line up. So if you're wondering what to expect, look at how much bigger those camera bumps are. That's crazy. There you go. S Pen comes out. We're gonna head and try using this. I mean, look, I don't know. I mean, it actually works. I mean, I didn't think that this is gonna fit. It doesn't feel loose or anything. I actually think that this is a good case for the S22 Ultra. Again, it's not exact, actually. Maybe not, because it looks like this camera right here might be covered up a little bit. Okay, so it's not perfect. Obviously, you're gonna have a little bump here. You can see it raise up because it doesn't fit the lenses exactly. But it really, I mean, if you wanna use the new case and you're okay overlooking that, then go for it, because it looks like it will work. However, probably not recommended, just because, you know, why use a new case that's not meant for your phone? But MagSafe, that could be why. All right, moving on. Yeah, the Plyo Pro, which is gonna be their clear case, also has MagSafe built in. My personal favorite that I've used with almost every phone I have is this one here. This is gonna be the Metropolis LT Pro. And these are all gonna range anywhere between $49 to $59 to possibly $69. So no, they're not cheap by any means. And they're not like a throwaway case, but if you think about it, the new phones are what, $1,600, $1,700, $1,200, and let's also be honest that the trade-in values for Samsung this year are complete. My word of advice though, get Samsung Care. All right, it's worth it. So let's take a look at this one here. So as you can see, really good fit. I love how this feels on the edge. That's what she said. When you look at the squared off edges, super clean, no issues getting the S Pen out. Charging ports are all exposed. Yeah, everything lines up correct. So everything's pretty much the same except for just the actual layout of the side itself and the thickness of the phone, obviously. But yeah, so the Metropolis, and again, this one should have MagSafe built in, which it does. Moving on to the next one, Plyo Pro. Nice clear case, TPU material on the back. It's gonna have this kind of a silicone rubber on the side. Let's pop the S22 Ultra in here, see what that looks like. Okay, all right, so this is the first one that it seems like it won't work because it's a lot thicker on the edges. So if you look at it here, so you're gonna have the MagSafe on the back. I don't like how it covers up the name. That's my OCD coming in, but that bothers me. And you can see clearly here that it doesn't line up with the camera. So obviously not a good fit for the S22 Ultra, but overall, if you want to showcase your new color, this is going to be one of the best options if you want to have MagSafe. I also have the Plyo. Now the Plyo is going to be basically the exact same thing. The only difference is you're not going to have the actual MagSafe on the back, which to be honest, this looks a lot cleaner. So maybe you do something like this and then get the accessory on the back if you want to use it. Same idea. Everything is real clean, cut out. Nothing really different. All the buttons line up correctly, and again, it has this really nice boxy shape to it, and I'm looking forward to seeing what that feels like with the actual S23 Ultra. Moving on, this is the Monarch. This is going to be not the Monarch Pro, the regular Monarch, and that does mean when you have the Pro, you're going to have MagSafe on it. Like I said, you have the Plyo Pro and the Monarch Pro. Those both have MagSafe on the back. The regular does not. Okay, so you have here the Monarch. This is a really nice black and gold color. Kind of reminds me of like the Saints colors. I mean, it's a little flashy for me, but hey, you know what? To each his own, man. So the plasma here, it comes in clear. This is gonna be the closest that I can see to last year. So on the left, the green, this is the Pathfinder from the S22 Ultra. You can see almost identical in design. Obviously one's transparent, one's not. Looks like the corners are not quite as lifted as last year's. Let's go ahead and try it on the S22 just to see. This one looks really close. Yeah, I mean, it's cool. It's basic. It's not for me. Last couple ones here, we have the Pathfinder series. Now the Pathfinder has typically been my favorite. It doesn't look like this one has MagSafe built into it, unfortunately. Awesome look. I mean, this actually might be my favorite look. You have a little bit of a shiny finish right here, where you have the UAG logo, obviously a polycarbonate, really nice textured edges, which is why I like to use this one from last year. If you see the two put together, it looks very much the same. Not really much design element different. So the green is the S22, the black is the S23. They look almost identical. S22, S23 camera bumps look very similar, but obviously a little bit different in size. And then you have this little design. I actually thought this would be no MagSafe. Bummer. And then you also have it in gray right here. Here's the gray color. We have the Civilian series. Now there is a Civilian Pro as well, which also has MagSafe built in. I didn't look to see if they have it yet for the S23, but if not, I'm sure it's coming. So this is a really cool one if you want something more slick in the hand. The others all have a little bit of a texture or something that's really kind of like a kind of grippy. This one is just pure slick. So the front has these orange accents. It's the only reason I don't use it, because I don't really like the orange personally, because it doesn't go with the phone color. But here you go with the S23 or S22, and this is really interesting. All right, so you have the sides here. At least I think it's interesting. Okay, so you have the sides here, right? You're gonna have the clicky clacky buttons. You have the orange. You're gonna have the cutout here for the S Pen. On the back, you'd have nothing but just minimal branding. But this complete opening means that you can use it with an S22. So out of all of them, it looks like this is the one to use if you want to use it for the S22. And again, you know, all the buttons line up here. Let's see. Good, good, power, good. Yeah, I mean, I actually might use this one now. Might as well use the new case. If you can see here, all the ports look exactly fine. S Pen, no issue. And I don't know, you guys let me know in the comments. Do you use your S Pen? Do you care? If not, maybe just go with the S23 Plus. But either way, I'm gonna leave this on because I think it's cool, and I'm glad that it works, and I get to use the new case while I wait for the new phone, right? I'm not gonna open this up yet, but they are selling, and so is Samsung, which is super interesting if you did your pre-order, a S23 Ultra screen protector. Now it's hard to tell on this one. It doesn't say anything about glass. It just says ultra clear definition, sensor friendly. If you've ever tried to put a screen protector on a Android device like a Samsung, you'll notice that it is typically going to mess up your fingerprint reader. So you have to increase the setting where it says make it more sensitive for fingerprint or screen protectors. It doesn't look like it's glass, so it could just be one of those ones that has the ring around the edge that actually sticks to it. So I'll try this one first. I have the one from Samsung coming as well, so stay tuned. Please sub and follow for that. I have the S23 coming next week. I have 2 of the S23 Ultras coming next week as well. I have the red and the green. Probably gonna get the lavender as well for the misses to see how that works. But yeah, that is a lengthy overview of all of the new UAG cases for the S23 Ultra. Again, big shout out to UAG for sending these out to take a look at already. Much love to them. They've always been a great partner to the channel, being able to take a look at all their product, and I have more coming. We'll have S23 cases, and I'm sure there might be a handful of these others coming in, and other colors and variations out there. Go to urbanrvgear.com or uag.com. You can find them on Amazon as well. And if you have any questions about these cases or any others coming up, please leave a comment, let me know. And until then, I look forward to seeing these cases on the actual device. And again, stay tuned for that. It'll happen real soon. But until next time, thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one. Bye.